Hello, everybody. Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the commentary zone, and today is Project Runway. I'm covering Project Runway, episode 5, going for the gold in sequins. So, as you come into the room, please hit the like button, and if you like the content, please hit subscribe. So now I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds to get some people to come in, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Hey, Steven, welcome. Happy Friday. So I'm just going to wait another minute or two, then I'll start. Hi, Mariah. How are you? Tracy, happy Friday. All right. Since we have a couple of people, I'm going to get started with this recap and review. All right. Again, so the challenge was going for the goals in sequence. And the challenge here is to make the contestants have to make outfits for Tara and Johnny to wear on the broadcast. It's going to be a short program of the pairs of the Beijing Winter Olympics. So super exciting. So I'm gonna go through like kind of the teams and like what's going on with them. So to start out, we're gonna start with Prodigy and Sabrina. Now Sabrina, let's just know that she has RA, and so this affects her body. She's rheumatoid arthritis. She was diagnosed at 6, and it sounds like she had a hip replacement at 7 because the doctor told her that, or told her parents that she had the hip of a 70-year-old woman. So now this really, as we see in the, we'll see this really affects her. Now with this team, there's a slight snafu because neither of them have made menswear before. So that was a challenge. Now they're in the workroom, and Christian comes by, and Sabrina's jacket. He's like, does anyone see Aladdin here? And I have to agree with him on that one. It did give me Jasmine, Aladdin vibes. I'm like, I agree with him. And then he suggests that she turns into a bomber, which would have updated it, and I totally agree. Now, as I said before, Sabrina has RA, so she was experiencing hip pain due to a flare up. So that really took a toll on her and her productivity. Now I'm going to move on to the next couple I want to talk about. Now that's Anna and Bones. Now, right away, Bones says he's never made menswear. So Anna just takes the lead, which I thought was a very good thing for this team because someone has to lead, especially when one person has never made particular garments before. So I thought her taking the lead was a good idea. Now, they went to Moon, they got all their stuff, they get back, and Anna's like, "Where's your fabric?" He's like, "Right here." She's like, "No, that's mine. Where's yours?" He's like, "I don't know. I thought I cut it." And they're like, "Uh-oh." But luckily, they had enough of a different fabric to at least get a garment put together and put out. So great job. Christian comes in for his critique, and while they're making the garments, he's like, they're a little too ice skater, not enough fashion. And I could see why he said that. I definitely understand why he said that. So I was thinking the same thing at first. So this could go really wrong if not done properly. Now I'm going to move on to Chantal and Aaron. Now I understand Aaron's hesitation with working with Chantal because she has immunity. He's like, look, she's got immunity. I love Chantal, but she got immunity. So either she shows up or I'm in trouble. And I agree with them because sometimes in past team challenges we see where the person who has immunities on the team, that team tanks, and sometimes most of the time it's because of that particular person's look. Not that they phoned it in, they didn't put in their best foot forward. Now Christian comes by and he says Chantal needs to edit. I mean, she had a lot going on, and luckily, Aaron jumps in. He's like, you know what? let me just tack this up here. You can yell at me later. I just want you to see how this looks. Chantel takes a step back. She's open. So when she sees what Aaron is suggesting, she's like, okay, I get it. This um takes it from being boring to at least a little something a little different, which it's a good thing she was open minded to take the suggestion because I think it paid off in the end. So I'll stop here for a moment. I'll review chat, see what's going on. Let's see. All right. Was she sure became instantly concerned about stamina? Yes, same. I like Project. Trey says, I like Project, but I thought he could have been a little more compassionate regarding his partner. He, I agree because he knew she was going through something, but he was more concerned about himself, and I get it. Bones saved another competitor with a guy. Trey, I wish Bones would have scrapped that. Same. The vest wasn't needed. That was my issue with the his outfit overall is that the vest was not needed at all. In no way, shape, or form was it needed. Because once they took it off, they loved it. All right, who else is going here? I think Sabrina didn't cut it. Power for disability. Yeah. Trey, you're absolutely right. The ice skating challenge on the show never seemed to work well. Steven says Trey, the best cheapens like by far. It was very crafty. You could just tell it's kind of like he just put it together at the last minute just so I can have something. I think I've caught on all the comments, so I'm going to move forward. All right, my next couple is Katie and Octavio. Katie is still lacking in confidence, and I'm kind of tired of it by now. At this point, because the judges have kept telling her just do what you do. Like they love what she wears and what she makes for herself. For I don't understand why she can't understand. Like they want to see what you make for yourself turn into a more elevated look, which she can do quite easily, in my opinion. I mean, she has the skills, she has the eye. She just needs to quit getting her head. She takes every single critique, and she said this on the runway. She takes every single critique and takes it in a bad way. They're like, oh, another collar or another ruffle. Like what they're telling her is like, okay, we've seen this. Go do something else that you're good at. And she's not taking it that way. She's taking it like, don't do any of this. Well, that's not the case. They're just trying to push you in a different direction to expand your horizons. Christian comes by, says their looks are worlds apart. They are. They didn't really go well together, but I didn't think they had to be cohesive. And so I agreed with Octavio on that one. They should complement each other. So I get that part, but saying they're worlds apart wasn't I wouldn't use those words. I would say they don't complement each other. What can you do? Now we're gonna move over to Chastity and Zayden. Christian wants them to push their silhouettes more, because the designs were fairly simple. Chastity, Christian's they're at the sewing machines, and Christian's like, okay, you're gonna be the first guest on my new talk show. And the first question is there too much beating? And Chastity's like, there's never too much beating. He's like, I just knew you would say that. So then his next critique with Chastity is that her outfit was too on the nose. It was too ice skaterish. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Chastity's dress, even when she um made the alteration to make it shorter. I was just like meh. I wasn't thrilled about it. I'm like no. It was very safe, which is where she belonged at that point. Now, the last couple team we have is Coral and Christina. Christian comes by and says her look is too dowdy. Completely agree. And Christian said that her outfit looked too ice skater. I agree with that as well, but I'm sorry and not sorry. But that dress looked the worst on the runway. I'm like, you know what? I'd have put Christina in the bottom by herself on this episode. I really would have. Would I have sent her home? No, but she needed to be in the bottom for that dress. That was just so bad. It was like a 5 pound bag of potato sack, but 3.5 pounds are on one side. What the proportion was off. I'm like, how is this safe? I was just completely confused. Because if I'm comparing, in my opinion, Katie's dress to Sabrina's outfit to Christina's dress. Quite honestly, of the three, I'm putting Christina at the bottom. It was just no, bad move on this one. That's just my opinion. So let me come back, check the comments before we go on to the runway. Katie. Let's see. Chris said Katie is sweet, but I just can't get down with her romper room aesthetic. I could if she pushed herself, and that's the problem the judges are having. She won't listen to herself, and she won't push herself. And we're gonna get to my thoughts about her in a moment. I worry that she always leaves herself off. Exactly. Hey, paranormal. Trey's Trey says Trey. All I see is 40-year-old Sarah Beth. Some of the quirky is okay, but comes off childish, which is why they want her to elevate. I actually love Christina's look for Johnny. It was Coral's dress. Oh, that was Coral's dress. I thought that was Christina's dress. If I'm wrong, tell me, because I could have swore Christina made the dress. Because when the dress walked down the runway, she's like, "Oh, I love it." I thought Coral made Johnny's outfit. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I was wrong. All right, that then Pernell today's birthday. Thanks for asking. All right, I'm caught up on the comments, so I'm going to move on to the runway. All righty. Now on the top we had Anna and Bones and Chantal and Aaron. Now, to me, Anna and Bones were the clear winners. It wasn't even close. It was a blowout. It was like a 4 touchdown win in NFL. Nothing came close. Nothing came close. And let's be honest, Anna just ate with that dress. Period. For me, her dress is the only one I could have seen Tara wearing comfortably and easily. So Anna's was sleek, not sleek, but it was elegant. It was like it was like the perfect color. The drape was nice. Bones, the outfit, outfit sans vest. Good job, but Anna ate that. Chantal and Aaron, I was kind of surprised they were up there because I just thought it was a little plain. For me, when they said they thought about the blue on Tara, I was thinking more of the blue she wore for the Olympics, not that dark purplish blue. I kind of felt that it was too dark to see the details they put into their clothing, but it was serviceable. It was nice. I'm not that mad at it. It's just, to be completely honest, if we're just talking top and bottom, they really could just let Anna and Bones up there by themselves. I mean, because I felt bad for the other team to be up there with their clothing. Let's see. Trey's like, I'm ready for the unconventional. Yeah, I'm waiting for the unconventional challenge. I'm I always love that challenge and the avant-garde challenges. I'm with you. Totally my favorite. Now I'm gonna move on to the bottom team. Now there's Sabrina and Prajay, and Katie and Octavia, which we expected to be in the bottom. Sabrina's garment, yes, it was very matador. I agree. I agree with whoever said that on the show. It was just it's just a costume. Both of them to me were costumes. It was just no, no. And I agree. And I agree that the outfits were competing for attention, especially Praj's. You could tell like he was looking for a standout outfit and didn't think of Tara because the to me the silhouette and the bow would have eaten Tara up. It would just overwhelm her, and that's not a good thing, especially if you're on camera. Now, Katie and Octavio's ruffles, like Johnny would have totally just overshadowed Tara. He probably couldn't even see Tara when they walked. She probably had to walk in front of him to be seen. It was too much. I mean, oversized is Octavio's thing, it looks like, but we've seen him do Taylor stuff before. So I don't understand why he went so big with the ruffles when it wasn't necessary. And then for Katie, same issue. She started doubting herself. She tried to change plans midway. It didn't work. And it came out looking like very crafty and kind of Holly Hobbyish, as they call it on the show sometimes. and her sent her boohoo and crying, talking about like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'll try better. I'm like, you know what? You've been trying better for 4 weeks. I'm going. You should have been tried better. So I was done with her. Now the winner was Anna, which I completely 100% agree with. Great job, judges. Clap, clap, clap. You got it right. Now let's get to the bottom of who went home. I don't think Sabrina should have gone home, and here's why. Katie has had weeks and weeks and weeks to get this right. She lucked out in the haunting challenge. That was just luck, pure luck. Other times, flat in the bottom, no. I feel that Katie should have gone home on this one. I mean, I understand like they like her they want to see her aesthetic elevated, but how many more weeks are we gonna see of her saying, "Okay, I'll listen to my voice, I'll do better"? I'm just over her, so I'm going to disagree with the judges, but I also don't think Christian should have saved Sabrina either. So I'm glad he didn't use his Siriano save, which was, announced this episode that he does have a Siriano save is back, and I'm glad for that. But it was good that he didn't use it here because it was not necessary. All right. Katie is problematic. Yes, I agree. It, Trey, I think that's part of the reason they sent her home. To be honest, I don't think that Sabrina would be able to keep up with fast pace of the show with her current health condition. Trey, especially with the 1 day challenges, I have to agree, and I'm going to speculate they did take that into account because you already had Meg leave on her own, and you didn't want to have another contestant drop out due to medical conditions. So I think that was factored in. I could be wrong, but it would make sense if they did so. All right, but Katie, thank you, Trey. But Katie definitely needs to go. Just Trey, yes, I wonder if she can keep up. All right, everyone. Thank you. So that's it for Project Runway, season 5, season 19. Excuse me, episode 5. Good grief, no, season 19, not season 5. Season 19, episode 5. Thank you all again for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.